Alrighty, hello everyone, or welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. It is good to see you all. We are back for another hobby hangout tonight. Hope you've all been doing well. Hope you've all been getting some hobby done. If you have been getting some hobby done, let us know what hobby you have been getting done. We are continuing to work on the Wadrun. We got the wash done, and so now we're just going to get all our layers and highlights and stuff done on them. So let's start work on this. So I'm going to start with layering up all the bone. Oh, nice. Death Guard. What Death Guard have you been assembling, Domir? Oh, nice. Death Guard Bodyguard and a Tallyman. Awesome. Nice. But yeah, I do like a lot of the Death Guard models. I think some of the models, especially the easy to build kits, were absolutely fantastic models. Yeah, we've just been not a lot of hobby done this week, unfortunately. Just a bit busy with some other stuff. But we are making progress. We get the wash done on all of these, so we can hopefully have the slingers done. I've got the 2 characters to go, and then it's just 6 models, and I've got 1,000 points of Wadron, all done. Which will be great. How has the hobby been going? Yeah, not too bad. Just been slowly getting there. Like I said, finishing up these Wadruin. Then I've got a Chieftain and Predator to do. And then after that, it's just 3. Oh, excuse me. 3 Warbred and 3 Raptor Riders, and I've got 1,000 points of the Wadron done. Which is sort of where I want to get them. Then I want to fix up my Nords just to finish them up and get them 1,000 points like completely properly done. And I've got a couple of 100 Kingdom models I want to do, which will take them to 1K as well. We'll have 4 1,000 point armies for the channel, 4 conquests to do some battle reports with, which will be really fun. Yeah, be great to have like 1,000 point forces done for conquest, so we can really start to get like regular battle reports of that out as well. Then I want to tackle some Kings of War stuff I've had sitting around for way too long. What's been your favorite game this year? Ooh, Warcry's got to be up there. I think Warcry's been hitting it out of the park with some really interesting stuff. I think 40k 10th, like, to be honest, 40k 10th is right up there. I think 10th edition 40k is a really good, solid core game. I know it has its competitive issues at the moment, but the core bones of like 40k 10th, I think, are really, really good. And like casual games that I've had and plenty of games, it's been a lot of fun. I haven't enjoyed 40k this much in a long, long time. Bot War would be right up there as well. I think Bot War has been one of my biggest sort of finds this year. I've really, really enjoyed doing stuff with it this year, which has been great. I know games that are definitely out of my running would be, unfortunately, Age of Sigmar. Despite my favorite army just getting a book, Age of Sigmar is without a doubt had. I don't know. I think Age of Sigmar has a lot of problems at the moment. What about you, Demi? What games have you been enjoying this year? Yeah, Warcry has definitely been right up there. I think Warcry's had a really, really good year with like lots of interesting releases for it. Um, yeah, I'm not a fan of the latest GHB. I think it's just another season of haves and have-nots. I would say the best games of Age of Sigmar I've played recently have been out of the White Dwarf Bunker. I think the White Dwarf Bunker has been a massive breath of fresh air. Um, dude has so much bone on him. His whole like banner's bone, his little back bit, lots of bone. Yeah, that definitely is going to be a bit of a fun one. It's just to have a Hogwarts GAP. I don't think it's any better than the current one. I think the battle plans are definitely better than last season, though still lacking. But yeah, check out the White Dwarf Bunker, man. The White Dwarf has been fantastic. Some amazing battle plans in there for 40k Warcry and Age of Sigmar so far. And I know the one coming out this month, so next weekend, will have 4-player Age of Sigmar battle plans in it. We'll have multiplayer games, which will be really fun. Yeah, the updated match play battle plans for Warcry were really fun. Yeah, I think the match play battle plans for Warcry were like a really good mix of like having like an idea of what they wanted to do. They were very much seemed like they were just the cards sort of themed. They all had a twist and all that, but more just sort of organized. There were like 3 organized ones. Pretty sure next White Dwarf as well will also contain Word Hollow Warband's Warcry rules. Yeah, the whole White Dwarf bunker's like been really, really fun. It's had like a lot of cool sort of midway point, just casual fun scenarios with like little twists and rules on them. Like honestly, I see myself if it keeps being what it is, never buying a GHP or anything again because like I will just have this backlog of battle plans that I can just go back and play. Like already 2 editions in, I've got 2 new 40k missions, and 3 Warcry battle plans, and 5 Age of Sigmar battle plans. 3 of them specifically aimed at 1,000 point games. Right, that's a model with like a million pieces of bone, all done with his bone highlights. Now onto ones that have much, much less, and generally just the back banners on a lot of them. The Broken Anvil minis, yeah. So Rivenstone. I personally never back Kickstarters. I will put my name in to help build Kickstarters. But yeah, I did hear. Not heard much of the scam part. From what I've heard, it's a bunch of poor management mixed with some just rotten luck on their part that has led to Rivenstone being probably never hitting shelves, which is sad because from everything I saw, it looked like a really solid game. Had good people behind it. I'm never happy to see people lose jobs. Had a lot of people who did the initial rules writing for like War Machine and Hordes, which is sad. There's some really cool looking minis too. But there is a lot of bad feeling about it going around. Because they did do another Kickstarter after Rivenstone for like some 3D printed stuff, and yeah, it does seem like that was to fund and hopefully put money back into Rivenstone and give it life again. But yeah, it's unfortunate. It's never good to see. But I think this is the price we all pay with a Kickstarter when there is not something there. This is the price that, or the risk rather, that can happen. Sad, I've actually got a few of the minis for Rivenstone laying around here. Yeah, it looks like it was really good. Broken Anvil had a track record of being pretty good with their stuff. It's sad how it turned out. Sad how it looks like it's going to turn out. It looks like it won't be fulfilled. Jay Durthu, hello mates. Hope you've been well. We're panning up some conquest. I'm doing some Wadrun slingers at the moment. Doing all my highlights and layers and stuff like that. Hope you've been well. Shuck and Fitz, hello. Hope you're doing well as well, mate. What hobby have you all been getting into? Cheers, man. So the plan is hopefully get these done, get some Nords, and then I've got a couple of city-states models to finish. And that'll be like 1,000 points of 4 different armies for conquest done. We'll leave it at that for a little bit, but that'll allow us to get like bat reps done for conquest on quite the regular for a while. And then I'm going to go work on King's War to get that up and running properly on the channel on the regular. Oh, nice. The anniversary card for Dotan's. Finished up your combat patrol of Nids. Awesome. Is that the like new or the old one? Shuck and Fitz. Nice. I'm assuming from the half of like Leviathan or starter set and not the actual combat patrol. Yeah, the new Tyranid models are a thing of beauty. I'm really, really impressed. Look forward to whatever army gets like the big launch re-release next. Like everything we started like really getting. Oh, nice! All in 24. Yeah, it didn't take me long to paint mine. It's my Leviathan box set. Even the Marines are like really great. Like I think Marines now, after like Indominus was a lot of new stuff. The current Marines are very much like hitting nostalgic sort of things. Like I'm really excited for that command squad. Oh, nice, Shuck and Fist. That's awesome. Yeah, new Chaos Marine, Korn, Votan, Nids, Eldari. Fair enough, man. Oh yeah, the Biovores are sweet. I think they're probably my favorite models from the Biovore Pyrovores are my new favorite models for the Nids range. Well, Revan, hello, mate. How are we? Yeah, the new Termy Chaplain is sweet. I dig the Chaplain like using the like kite style shield, the tall shield. New book. Which one of the new books? I'm excited for Broken Realms. I'm not Broken Realms. That's the last narrative one. Dawnbringer's been really excited to get some stuff and try it. Can start to do a Path to Glory with my Caesar Sigma when I can get them. Armies of Renown. Sort of yes and no. Armies of Renown, I guess you could say, like, we had the Lethesian Defenders at one point, we had the Legion of Night, we had like Be'lakor and the Legion of the First Prince. I'd say all those count as Armies of Renown, just not under the name, I guess. Like they're the same concept. Yeah, what do we think? It could be the Marines this week. Like they did say, those Marines were imminent. Yeah, Grunstock. Yeah, we do have 0 Grunstock heroes actually. Grunstock's interesting though, because like it doesn't really. Will it really? Like, what'd you get? Like a Thunderer Captain? Like, I mean, for me, the one I want to see, I'd love to see a named character ship. For me, I'd love to see KO. I'd love to see more Zombie Corp stuff come out over the course of like their books. Because Zombie Corp is supposed to be like this new company coming up that's rivaling Grundstock. Look, and that name ship can literally. I mean, they have the perfect one to do because it's got a different model. It looks different. Do the Aisling. I don't think Forge World sort of makes those random minis anymore just out of nowhere. I think like if KO were a thing back 15 years ago, we would have seen KO ships out the wazoo coming from Forge World. Forge World just isn't that thing anymore. Like the old Forge World doesn't exist. Like 40k Forge World barely exists anymore. Right, Forge World just isn't that thing anymore. Forge World is the specialist games department now. It's not a like random mini thing like it used to be. I think we're at that point where like armies like are getting second waves because like obviously we had the big Sylvaneth second wave as well. People seem to forget how big Sylvaneth's like last release was. We've got the Lady of Vines, we've got the 2 different types of bugs, we've got the archers. Like we got a decent amount of things from that wave. Yeah, Basic Thunder Hero would be really cool. We probably have the next couple of months of releases work like seen because what have we got? We know the Space Marines, we know there's Epic, we know there is a new Underworlds, we know there is a new Warcry, and we actually know there's multiple Warcry because we've seen 3 Warbands. We know the cities have somewhere in there their full release. So what have we got? We got Space Marines, Warcry Box, Warcry Cruel Boys, Underworlds, Epic. We probably have a new kill team somewhere in here as well. We have Fulgrim and that new Horus Heresy book. Plus, we have the other Horus Heresy stuff. We're expecting 240k codices as well at some point. We're expecting both Dark Angels. It was Dark Angels and Adeptus Mechanicus, if I remember correctly. We're also expecting a new Age of Sigma Battletome. We're expecting Dawnbringers 2 and 3 soon, by the end of the year. Yeah, Blood Bowl expected as well with the vampires. Just try like there, like we've got Iron Jaws. Although I think that's all going to come under book 2. I think when we see release, I think we see the Iron Jaws, the Troll King, and book 2 Dawnbringers all released at once. I think that'll be a week of releases. I would assume so, Revan. Either that or they're like, if they are going to space out the Space Marines in 2 weeks. Chuck and Fitch, you might be right. I can't remember. Yeah, the Troll one might be the only one, but yeah. Who knows? We might see a couple of I could see an Iron Jaws Regiment of Renown containing like the Ardboys boss with Ardboys. Like that just fits to me. That box came out a while ago. Yeah, maybe Domir. My wife's just showing me what she's started putting together for me. Speaking of something different, she started showing me what she's doing me for Christmas this year. And it is a Warhammer Advent calendar. So I have a bunch of different character models in an Advent calendar that I'll get to build and paint one each day of Christmas, which will be a lot of fun. So we'll have those to share every day of Christmas, which would be great. I'll do little shorts of painting them. So it'll be like all character models or like single models and stuff like that. But yeah, that'll be my Christmas present. So we'll be getting that. Yeah, I wonder what Christmas Eve will be. I don't think it'll be that. I think like she's buying me 24 characters. I don't think I'll get a Primarch in there. Revan, not this year. Like, I just haven't had the time to do it. I also don't frequent my GW stores all that much. Like, my GW stores are sort of out of the way. (2024) channel planning. So 2023 has been hit by sickness constantly, one after another. I'm probably not where I want to be at the end of this year, just due to sickness. Plans for next year, like, would just be to get more games up and running properly on the channel. I want to have Conquest and Kings of War going by the end of this year. I think that'll be like my big plans. And next year will be like adding other games to our roster. We'll be expanding upon like the Age of Sigmar forces I have painted, the 40k stuff I have painted, keeping up with other game releases as well. Yeah, I don't really have too much planned just yet. I think we'll assess where we are at the end of the year. 40k wise, at the moment on the channel, I've got forces of Eldar, Space Marines of 2 different varieties, Blood Angels and Emperor Spears. Not Blood Angels and Emperor Spears. Yeah, Blood Drinkers and Emperor Spears. I've got my Tyranids, I've got my Necrons, I've got my Eldari. I've also got Harlequins, Thousand Suns, and Space Wolves and Black Templars all on the go at the moment to hopefully expand upon that roster. But like most things, I'd like to get every 40k army, I think would be a big plan. Right, so we can keep doing more and more stuff on the channel with it all. Revan, what's your plan for your channel in 2024? Another start to collect faction? Another faction I'd like to start to collect next year. Like I said, I would really like next year to finish up Age of Sigmar and 40k projects I have and really get those games to a point where I have most of the forces. And then probably do the same for Kings of War and Conquest as well. Meanwhile, keeping up with things like Warcry, Bot War, all that sort of stuff that I enjoy. But that'll be the plan to get back to that, Revan. We were doing that for a bit, and then I got sick. So We were on that, so that would be something nice to get back onto. Robin, sure am. Going to bed sometime soon. Yeah, not doing too bad, man. Slowly getting there. Broken Chef, how are we, mate? Good to see all my good buddies online. I'm going to do some more learn to play videos. So that is definitely something I want to get on. We did the Warcry one, and that was very well received. So, be looking to do some others. One of those things, loads of plans, getting the time to do them. It's been a bit of a hectic year this year, and a bit of a year where I've been sick quite often. So, hope is to fix that and hopefully get a little bit more back on track lately. What am I working on? Still doing my Wadrun slingers. Yeah, Wadrun is so good. I just love Conquest in general. I can't wait. So, Amy's at this point, I probably won't. It's a bit late to do one. I think plenty of other people have covered it in much more detail than I probably have the ability to do. When it was happening, when the data slate and all that came out, I just had some other things that I needed to do. I just couldn't get time to go do one. Do a video on it. And at this point, it's a little bit of moot information. If it was a GHB, I'd probably still go do it. But yeah, it's a little bit moot at this point to do one. And when I've got other things I need to do, time is of the essence. Funny enough, I did have someone come over for a battle report. They brought an army over. I won't say what. We'll have a Warhammer 40k battle report. But I had my first international player on. They came over for work here. And someone from the UK come and play on the channel, which was pretty cool. No one well known in like an online community or anything like that, but still, someone that come from the UK came and played some games, played a game on the channel. Oh, that's a shame, Robin. I'd been really enjoying 40k. New 40k has been probably my favorite like GW game, maybe second only behind Warcry, because I love Warcry, but definitely not Rob. Yeah, Vindicarum with Corsairs was really fun. Is there any Crusade campaign? Infinity's cool. I do have the Code 1 box set. Corvus Belly sent me out a box set. It's one of those things like I would love to. I want to get into it more. I've got a dude locally who I play Conquest with who is into it, and I want to get taught. So I'll have some Infinity stuff happening maybe next year. It's just not on the high priority list at the moment. So Infinity wise, I got the Operation Blackwing box set sent out to me. I think it's called for N4. Yeah, Warcry's narrative stuff is really fun. Warcry's narrative stuff really led the way for Path to Glory. A lot of similarities between that and Path to Glory. Speaking of Path to Glory, a few of us have been talking about doing our forces for Path to Glory and doing something on the channel. So a couple of my helpers. But I'm going to be doing my Cities of Sigmar and a Path to Glory campaign with some mates. And I'm going to be building them up as a special force. So the idea I had between for my Cities of Sigmar forces. I'm going to do the Survivors of Anvilgard on Crusade, trying to found a new city. So that'll be my idea for them. So that'll be my plan for Path to Glory, is doing like the lost survivors of Anvilgard and refounding a new city. I think that's like the one game systems that like never truly interest me. If I'm doing historical, I do have a historical box over there actually, for probably the only type of historicals I'm really interested in, and that is Hail Caesar. Like, if I'm going to do historicals, it'll be like medieval, like ancient era sort of historicals. Oh, it won't be a last standing campaign. It'll be a like proper Path to Glory. Be like the story of refounding a city after yours has been destroyed is the aim of what I've sort of go for. Oh, nice. Always good when like games just like kick off between you and your mates. Oh, nice. Star Wars Legion, actually, I built up some models for that the other day. Just randomly got bored and built up my core box. Yeah. At the moment, I've not got too many deadlines, or none that I need to meet, or in danger of not being met. That's always the thing of like, it's always that thing of like going, I know I need to get something done down the line, but can I, like, how long do I need to do that? Oh, nice. Still a birthday KO. I do have to keep a lookout for that. Yeah. I mean, I don't get paid to paint, but I paint models for a living. Like, it's part of the job of getting models painted to get them on the table. I am still going to do, when I get my KO model, I am going to paint that ship grey as if he's like, as if it's not been painted. It's an unpainted model. Domir, have I considered paint? You should be able to do donations during painting streams. If not, I want to have a look. Just going to have a look. Ah, yeah. So, yeah, donations during like painting and streams, you can do via super chats or super stickers when you do donations. That's how you do them on YouTube. Thought so. I'm like, do I have to turn them on? Never had to. But hey, my suggestion for everyone is, rather than doing this, like, the best way to help support the channel is to do YouTube members and Patreon. Subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. Always helps more people find the channel. Especially like while we are live. It definitely helps. It is one of the biggest things. Broken Share, you are such a lovely man. Truly appreciate you, mate. Dude, you do more than enough for me all the time. Always a lovely person in my Discord, making sure that everything is nice. Truly appreciate you, man. Oh, don't stress about it at all, man. Hey, you never like. No one ever needs to say anything like, especially in the current world with cost of living and all that crap going up. No one ever needs to say anything about a Patreon payment, either stopping for a little while, changing how much you give, whatever. You never need to say anything about it. It is what it is at the moment. Well, I will say, we finally told it. It's like Australia. I don't know if it's like the same around the world, but Australia's two major supermarkets have really been hitting the price gouging hard, to the point where there are big campaigns where like Coles did this, like Coles like big slogan is down, down, prices are down. But people are changing them. People have been, there is now a web page in Australia you can go to and print out like the special dockets that you would stick on like the supermarket shelves. And it goes up, up, prices are up, or down, down, integrity is down, and or up, up, profits are up. Um, Thanks, Chef. Truly appreciated, man. I swear, my wife's hair gets everywhere. Just random wife's hair out of nowhere. I like scratched my head and it fell out my hair. How you know you have a wife? Her hair is on all your things, even things you don't think she's been near. Her hair is there. Oh dear God! So not only did your wife bring her hair home, but she brings animals' hairs home as well. So that is doubly as bad. Pretty much, do, man. But anyway, like Australians don't take that sort of stuff lightly. But so we officially sort of stopped going to like the big supermarkets, and we've been actively trying to find like local butchers and going to fresh fruit markets and all that. And the money we have saved on going to like a local butcher, I think we spent $200 at our local butcher. We bought like a massive meat pack that came with like pork roasts, meatloaf, a whole bunch of different stuff, like T-bone steaks. I think we've got like, divvied it up, meal planned and all that sort of stuff going, oh, this will fit something. I think we got, like a month's worth of like meat every day for like $200. And like good stuff too. Like there is some cheapy stuff in there. There's like snags in there. Snags, sausages, whatever. If you don't know Australian slang, a snag is a sausage. Drumettes and like heaps of cool stuff. It's really, really good. Like the amount of money we saved like doing that. Like the stuff is so much nicer too. Like been some really nice like fruit and veg we've gone and gotten. There is this one I'm waiting for it to sign up over here it's not currently in my state, but it's called this it's effectively it's these farmers like boxes full of like different fruit and vegetables, and they're all like stuff that gets turned away by the supermarket. So it's like like weird looking pumpkins that are like bent like this, or like odd shaped food. There's like double apples where the actual apples have grown together and all that sort of stuff. So it's like perfectly good food. It just doesn't look pretty, so the supermarkets won't take it. And we've been doing that. We've been I'm waiting for that to come to Adelaide. As soon as it does, I'll sign up for that as well. And they get all their produce from like local farmers in Australia, sometimes New Zealand as well. Which is really cool. No worries, Robin. Thank you very much for dropping by and hanging out, mate. All right, last one to do the bone on. Hades Death God, hello, mate. You're up late. As I say that it's past midnight for me, but you are definitely up late. Or up early, depending. We are finally getting like the highlights and stuff and the layering done on these Wadron Slingers to hopefully get them finished in the next day or so. Yeah. You're only half an hour in front of me, but yeah. You're still up late, buddy. Anyway, how are we doing tonight, Ugh. Yuck. You know what is the one thing I'm glad when I like chose to be a chef and do a trade that I never had to worry about uni. Just was never I was a smart kid, but Never one of those kids that could sit and do like work, like homework and stuff like that. No, New Zealand's like another hour on top of that. Fair, man. That's why I make the decision. I made the decision pretty early on for myself. But hey, all of the best, and I hope you succeed very well with your uni. And here I am now, painting minis and playing games for a living. All that chefing, done. Yeah, man. I will say, don't know if anyone else noticed, GW has put their codices up and that again lately. I know the latest Australian one was up to $92 from 84 last year for the last lot. I don't know, the codices in New Zealand were over $100, which is like at the point of crazy. That's at a like point that you just can't defend them at all. On that though, I am very excited for me. Yeah. Hey, I'm happy to see banners disappear. Because banners disappearing means for my cities of Sigma, banners held high gets even easier. The more of those that disappear from the game, the better. Yeah, it like I had a lot of local stores near me say that like Codex sales are dramatically dropping. Like you can go two ways about that. You can drop your prices or at least keep some sort of medium, or you increase the prices to sort of make up for point for money lost. Yeah. But yeah, it's not cool. Like it's like the GHB. Like the GHB now is like $84 on the last one, wasn't it? And it's like, from what I used to pay 40 dollars for from the original GHBs, those big like A4 books with all the narrative and open play stuff in them, it is not a good deal. Like I just can't bring myself to buy a GHB anymore. Like paying $84 for both games, it's not too bad. It's gone back to a year. I'm at least happy with that. But like when it was half year, I did not buy either of them. Like that was crazy. Like $168 if you played just Age of Sigmar, and then if you played 40k as well, it was double that. So it was $346 just to play your two games in a match play setting. Like that is starting a new army. Yeah, it's not cool. I have a feeling they might go over 100 points, but as long as they're going like over 100 and they're worth what it like, I think like maybe to a point, Chef, you've got to always understand like our minimum wage is huge over here. I think our minimum wage in Australia actually just got lifted to $22. I don't actually know the answer to this off the top of my head, Hades. When can you take a unit of Hobgrot Slithers as battle line to at least drop your battle line points? Yeah, even like taking into comparison, like even at the American dollar's best when it's like 2 for $1, like that's still only $15 compared to us. Reality, it's more like your minimum wage over here would equate to like $12, which is almost half, or just over. So like our prices are definitely more expensive, but it is exacerbated by the fact that our minimum wage is so high over here. No, not in big way. Cool. I wasn't sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I do know that little loophole for big Ricks. Where is the brush I want? Find every bloody number. One I want. There's 0. There it is. When do you think the Iron Jaw supplement will release? I don't know. And if I did, I'm not allowed to say. When stuff releases is a hard one to ask because sometimes I know, sometimes I don't. So I will delightfully decline to answer any questions about when I think stuff will be released. No worries, Reverend. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Have a good one, mate. Oh, very nice, man. No worries, Broken Chef. Have a good day, mate. Thank you very much for the kind donation today. Two more showers. And it's not really eBay Hades. Like, it's hard because like it's not like they're like. Big Greeks. Next time I'm at one of my hobby stores here, I'll have a look for you. Oh, cool. Yeah, like. Hope you can find one, man. Actually give me a sec. I might know a store that may have something. I'll look it up. Just looking at one of my local stores for you. Oh, funnily enough, what store did you find the $155 retail one for? Because I think you're looking at my local store. Oh, 100. Oh, you found one for 116. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. I found one for 155. Ah, okay, cool. I was going to say I found one for 155 at one of my local stores. So So if you can't get that one, just let me know. I'll check my local store. I have a really good local hobby store that has like a big range. So if you're ever looking for like, they normally have like kits that sell out, like sit on their shelves for a little bit longer as well. So yeah, if you ever can't find something, just hit me up and I might be able to find something at my local hobby store. Yeah, that's fair, man. But yeah, I have a local store that, like, especially like if you miss out on like jewel box, like army boxes and stuff like that, let me know and I can go have a look at my local store. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's how I built up such a collection for the channel. It was a big one I was doing for a while. Is buying armies that weren't the hotness. And it's a good way to do stuff. If you're looking to get into Warhammer cheap, rules are temporary, models are forever. Something that is I cannot state more enough. If you are someone looking to get into the hobby or looking to pick up new forces, don't pick up the new hotness. Pick up something that's on a little bit of the low at the moment. You'll probably find the competitive scene has a bunch of armies going dirt cheap, and a lot of flavor of the month sort of armies that never met the table, like lots of unpainted armies that just never got the time of day. Dirt cheap. Like I picked up so many. I remember that's how I picked up my Daughters of Cain. I have bought Marathi for. I like from retail. I bought that when it came out, but before, like when we sort of got sniffs that Daughters of Cain were coming, I went on Facebook Marketplace and like some of the Facebook groups, like the buy swap sell groups, and I bought up so much Daughters of Cain. I think for about $600 AU. I bought like 5 cauldrons that with a mix of builds between them. So I've got 2. I think I have 2 and 3. I got like 40 Doomfire Warlocks. I've got 160 Witch Elves for that. I got some old Cauldron of Bloods in there as well. So I essentially got characters. That was all before Daughters of Cain came out. Like $600 for all of that. Yeah, I buy paint. It depends. Like, if I can tell the paint job's not too thick, because like stripping, there was a really good video. Vince did a really good video on stripping minis and do you need to strip minis? Like I've been using it ever since. Like, so I used to have to strip everything. I used to strip everything right back. Now it's sort of like, can I get away with hand base coating or using the colors there as a base coat? Stripping is easy, but it doesn't always need to be done. And like, even if it's an easy step, if I can just not do it, I will not do it. I have plenty of my armies that have never been stripped, and you probably wouldn't be able to tell. Mm-hmm. Age of Sigmar's in a funny spot. Like, I have to make more effort with my games of Age of Sigmar to make them feel fun at the moment. I think playing in a much more casual format has definitely helped me enjoy Age of Sigmar a lot more, not going to tournaments. I wasn't enjoying my last few Age of Sigmar events that I went to. I think they just got super, super competitive. Like, there's tournaments, and tournaments can be competitive. But when, like, the one that made me realize was we had a friendly event, right? And so the 3 armies I played in, like, just seeing the armies that people were going to bring that day, I had to take, like, Hallowheart and, like, the 3 armies I played in a competitive event, well, in a friendly event, were Marathian, the Bow Snakes, at the height of their power, Stormcast Dragons at the height of their power, and Soulblade Gravelords. Like, I was just like, wow, this, like, having to play at that level, even, like, just in a friendly event was just like, I'm just like, I can't be bothered doing this anymore. Where, like, I just like to be able to, like, throw models down on the table and roll some dice. Sadly, I don't have TTS. If I ever get to New South Wales, though, man, I will definitely hit you up for a game somewhere, and we can record a game for the channel. Karen Commissar, hello, mate. How are we? Yeah. Even if we're like it, Age of Sigmar is just in such an interesting spot. There is a massive disparity between armies in the game at the moment. It'll depend. Like, Synergy Tier, the game state will have to desperately improve from where it is, but hopefully we'll be 4th edition by then. So I just have zero interest in tournaments at the moment for Age of Sigmar. Just like, there are just armies where I'd just be like, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play an OBR or a Soulblade Gravelords army at the moment. They're just not fun, especially a tournament version of the armies. Right. All right, though, I am going to call it here for a night. It is getting way too late for me to be up. So with that, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for coming, hobbying, and hanging out. Sorry, Karen Commissar, that you're jumping on just as we're leaving, but it is close to 1 a.m. here, so I definitely need to go get some sleep. But I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for coming, hobbying, hanging out, chatting. Been great seeing some faces I haven't seen for a little while. Karen Commissar, glad to see you before I got off. Good to see you again. With that said, ciao for now, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.